Hi guys, so welcome to this review. So the first thing you're going to notice is that I'm not looking at the camera. Okay, I was looking in the wrong spot, which is going to be very annoying to watch. But let's just use this review as a cute little podcast rather than the world's greatest video because I already recorded this once and didn't want to do it a third time. So have a great day, enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one where I look in the right place on the camera. Thanks, bye!
Everyone's favorite comfort show is back. After an amazing amount of Emmy wins, Ted Lasso is back for season 3. And you wonder, with the kind of success that the show has had, it's kind of snowballed into being not only a fan favorite, but a critic's favorite too. It's only natural to kind of have a little bit of fear that the show might start to go downhill, but Ted Lasso season 3 has arrived like a hug from a friend that you haven't seen in a really long time. And it might just be me that has that level of emotional attachment to characters and TV shows, but when Ted Lasso season 3 first showed up, I was like, all right, I'm sitting down and I'm gonna either laugh or cry. And season 3 definitely delivers on that thus far. This season, I think the biggest thing that the show continues to do so well is the referencing to football and soccer across the world. It doesn't expect you as a fan of the show to be an avid football watcher. You're not getting up early to watch the Premier League games or necessarily even caring about last year's World Cup. But it continues to make references to those who have the eagle eye, who are paying attention, who are in the know, and really rewards them, which, as you guys know, is like one of my favorite things that TV and movies can do for us. So of course, Zava is supposed to represent Zlatan. Zlatan is an amazing football player. He's a European guy who came over to play for LA Galaxy for a little while. He's still playing now at 42. So this man is still professionally playing soccer, but he is hysterical. Go entertain yourself with interviews of this man. The way that he talks about soccer, how good he is, refers to himself in the third person. They have captured Zlatan in Zava so well. And I even love Rebecca's kind of comments to him at the Chelsea game about like, you're washed up, you're not good enough, you're paid too much, and you'll never actually know how good you still are unless you come play for this other team. It's so fun to see a character like this thrust into the positivity of the Ted Lasso run FC Richmond. One of my favorite aspects of the show has been the fact that the drama is realistic and not fabricated by like, oh, they all suddenly forgot about Ted's positive teachings or they don't believe anymore or whatever. It's really building on things from the previous seasons, establishing that the characters have actually learned those lessons and grown as a person, but then introducing new challenges to that like well-established, well-oiled machine. And of course, at the end of the day, with the soccer being kind of the thing that gets all these characters emotionally where they need to be, that's still ultimately like a goal of these characters, is to like be the top of the Premier League, right? Not just to be a super positive, peppy team that continues to get relegated year after year. The other great soccer reference in this show that they've kind of been working towards, but this season you can see its full effect, is Nate's growing resemblance to Jose Mourinho.
I am Jose Mourinho.
Jose is one of like soccer's biggest villains, if you will. He is a team manager for some of the best teams. He's kind of moved team to team. He's worked with some of the best players in professional soccer. And he is known for his gray hair and all black suits and looks. And you know what? That's exactly what Nate has started dressing like. Also, I just realized I'm filming this on my phone. I don't know if I should look here or here. So apologies, future Sasha, for that clap and for where I'm looking on the camera, because right now I'm staring at this little thing in the middle. I think the greatest part of these little soccer references is, again, it doesn't affect your experience. It doesn't force you to know that, like, it's not like they actually put Zlatan in the show and you actually have to know who that is. But if you do know, you're kind of subconsciously led to understand more of what these characters are like than having the show having to do more and more work for you. So Nate kind of having this smug attitude, thinking he's the best, and the fact that he looks like Jose Mourinho, who sometimes exhibits those same qualities, you combine those subconsciously in your mind, and you do the work for the show, which is just brilliant whenever a TV show or movie can do that for you. The other thing that this show does that continues to make it the if you know, you know show, this show is supposed to follow the course of the Star Wars original trilogy, and hear me out. I know that a galaxy far, far away seems very different than a little London soccer team, but The creators of the show have talked at length about how they've kind of modeled Nate's and Ted's arc kind of after the original trilogy, and Nate kind of turning to the dark side. Now, of course, if you know Star Wars, maybe you know where this is headed, but the other great way that they do this and execute this is through the costume and set design. So if you notice in Rupert's office in one of the earlier episodes, I think episode 2, you can see that he has like a Death Star window, like it's a circular window in the middle of the West Ham office, or the fact that Rupert and Nate now always wear all black like a Sith Lord would, and then his assistant even has kind of like a silvery white like stormtrooper type look. It's very heavy fabrics and things like that. These again are just subconscious ways that this show that really just on the outset feels like a show about a positive but dumb American coaching an English soccer team, how it's so much more than that, and how it fits and crams all of that information into your head somewhat subconsciously. Now I'm gonna seem like one of those people that's like subconscious advertising it out to get you. No. And then of course, the greatest part of the show, it knows why you're here. It knows why you're watching. It continues to give you so much to laugh about. Whenever I've tried to sell someone on watching Ted Lasso, it's always been the fact that the show gives me such warm, fuzzy feelings. Season 2 just really deepens what it means to be happy and experiencing the highs and lows of life. And this show knows that that's what you're here for. You're here for a warm hug. You're here for a good time. You're here to experience Ted giving Rebecca those buttery biscuits with the boss, which is now, conveniently, a wonderful Jenny's ice cream flavor. You're also there to hear Ted's conversations about his divorce and his child living abroad with his therapist, who has a hilarious reintroduction in the first episode. And then of course you're here for Roy and Keeley, where yeah, real life gets in the way of relationships and stuff like that, but it's not like over the top dramatic, but these characters are just so genuinely funny and wonderful that you just keep watching. And once again, it's a show that doesn't have to leave you on a cliffhanger to keep you binging, and that's so much of what I love about Ted Lasso. Please let me know what you have been liking about season 3 of Ted Lasso. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day, and believe in believe. Bye all.